The FASI, or Financial Aid Status Info Screen, gives us a variety of information that students will need to know about in order to make sure that their financial aid is processed in a timely manner. So when you first go to the screen, you'll be asked to put in the academic year lookup that you're wanting to check on. Normally it's going to be the current one. So when it asks, simply click OK, and it'll pull up the information about the student. So there are several areas on the screen that you can pay attention to and find out what's going on with the student's financial aid. One of the first places you'll want to look is the APPLS area in the left-hand corner. If there is an X in this screen where the yellow is, that indicates that a FAFSA application has been placed by the student and that our financial aid office here at Troy has received information about that. You'll often hear the financial aid office refer to this as an ICER. For more information, you would simply click on this little magnifying glass and detail in. Some other areas that we will want to look at as advisors is down here at the bottom of the screen. We have the CM area and the comments area. So these are two important places to be very familiar with. For the CM, we'll detail in, and then we get a menu which will ask us where we want to go from there, and we will want to highlight the CRI, Communication Code Entry, if it is not already highlighted. Click OK. This will take you to an area on the screen that will tell you what items a student needs in order to receive financial aid. As we can see, there's no information in any of the status comment boxes, so if this were a live student, we would know that they were waiting for various information like graduate letter of recommendation, graduate entrance exam, etc. More than likely, what you'll see here are things like the student has not completed their verification and counseling yet. They may have independent verification worksheets that they have to turn in. They may have W-2s that they have to turn in. So all of this information will be available for individuals to view. If we see that the screen has been marked received, we know that that item is no longer needed. Some items will be marked with a waived. We can also view the history of this student by going through and seeing what has been turned in and what has not. To go back to the previous screen, you can either cancel out or simply go to the tab and click where you want to go. Under the comments section, this is where we can see a record of what the student has communicated with the financial aid office or with the Green Wooden Hall Contact Center. In order to see these conversations, go to the first line that says FA Comments and detail in. This student hasn't had any conversations, so there's nothing here to report. This is especially important for advisors and other personnel to check out when there are questions about what financial aid has asked the student to turn in or do. There are some other places on here that we can check. Down here at the bottom we see SAP or SAP results. SAP refers to the student's academic progress, and they're required to have at least 80% of a satisfactory academic progress in order to receive aid. If we see that the student does not meet SAP, they may need to put in an appeal. So if they need to put in an appeal, you can check in this area. Some other areas you may want to look at are the awarded and accepted area. If we see a number in the box next to awarded, we know that the student's profile has been processed and that financial aid has issued an award notice in that amount. Now, the student doesn't have to accept the whole amount or any part of the amount, but what they have accepted once they've turned the letter in and any other required documents will be in the accepted box. Again, we often see that sometimes these numbers don't match.